States, Illinois, 96 Chevrolet Camaro, the 97 Adventure. Look at the MST Motorsports Direct ladder for the 16. The Quick Guys. Baxter, Osmond, Sheffer, Brown. Is that Sheffer? That is Mr. Sheffer, I believe. Mr. White's pit stop himself over there on the ladder. This is going to be an awesome one. Larry Dumke. Wonder if he's any relation to Judd Dumke. Man, you never know. How many Dumkes could be on the ground? Nice-looking car. Well, this looks like it's going to be a wild one. Quick 16. They're all buckled in and ready to go. The Grand Ridge, Illinois base 97 Adventure of Larry Dumke. 775 he's got on the window there. 769 on the window of Phil Ball out of Hoffman Estates. A 69 to a 75. Watch it in the tree. It's going to be a close one off the starting line. It's going to be a hole shot that wins this victory. Both coming in. RPM's coming up now. It looks like Dumke's fully staged. Here comes Val as he gets in. Val is in. Oh, man, what a hole shot for Dumke. 4:03 on the reaction time. Almost perfect top end. Going to be hard to beat. Runs down 7:53. Excuse me, 7:75 with a 3. Takes the win. Brings up our next two guys. There's Anthony Munoz out of Arlington Heights, Illinois. The Chevrolet Lumina. How about 600-plus cubes under the hood of that Lumina? Rolls in and takes on the number 1 qualifier, Dan Harry. Yeah, that's Dan out of Sioux City, Iowa. 96 Chevrolet Beretta, 632 cubic inch bow tie banger. Top end Munoz says, boom, take that. Anthony Munoz, 741, 178 miles an hour. Dialed in at a 39, ran a bit over, but it don't matter. He's the first one there. How about Scott Christoffel? And Dan River ready to go here. Dan River, where's he from? We look down there, Naquonatuck, Iowa. Oh, man, I don't want to say that name again. 89 Firebird Trans Am. Rolls out, better reaction time, goes to the silver Pontiac out of Oswego. Christoffel takes the win. Christoffel with a 749, 184. Said he'd run a 50, ran a 100th under, and got there first. Man, I'm going to tell you what, if that's not reminiscent of Jungle Jim Lieberman, then nothing is. What a car, the bootlegger. That explains it all. Look at the bottle in that guy's pocket. The bootlegger rolls up here, ready to go. It's Bruce Fleming out of Winfield, Illinois. 70 and a half Chevrolet Camaro with a 605. How about 555 Merlin under the hood of Dan Yeager's Dubuque, Iowa base 94 Lumina. Let's see if he can take on the bootlegger. The bootlegger looking to burn more than his share of corn oil here, baby. Rolling in, ready to take their time. It looks like Dan Yeager's in. Just broke another world speed record, I believe. Into the lights it out. The bootlegger out of the hole shot. Finds himself with a beautiful hole shot lead. Dan Yeager top in. Oh, what a close one. Danny Yeager gets it, though. 793 for Yeager on a 790 index at 169. Brings up the next two cars, Don Baxter and Rob Osmond. Osmond over there rolls up in that beautiful machine out of Seneca, Illinois. 81 Chevrolet Monza. Granville, Illinois-based Donnie Baxter in a 98 Adventure with a 440. Whoa! Mazda goes to the center line. You're out of here. DQ'd. Down at the top end, Don Baxter takes the win. Throws the laundry out at 760, 180 miles an hour. Baxter will be back for another round of quick 16. Look at this in slow motion. Watch the wild wheel shake on the Mazda. You want to talk about a handball? How about it? 18-foot of car and the thing just went everywhere. Right to the center line, but saved the cone. Look at the sponsorship on the door. It's Ron's Fuel Injection. You're not kidding. I love that car, too. How about it? Rolling up Brad Kessel out of Amboy, Illinois. 97 Firebird with a 615 under the hood. Jim Kachia out of Whitburn, Wisconsin. Man, look at this quick 16 dialed up. Oh, and a red light start to Tashia. He's going home early, 759. Runs under at a 56, but remember, first or worse. 180 miles an hour. Looks like Kessel's coming back. Ladies and gentlemen, legendary Super Street, Super Modified, Super Door Slammer King himself from White's Pit Stop rolling up. It looks like Aaron Sheffer out of Hammond, Indiana. Look at the kids, loving life. Rock on, baby. Here comes the Brown family racing machine. Rich Brown, Algonquin, Illinois. Man, he's got to build some power. A little bit of hill to climb up there. Small motor under the hood of the 92 Firebird. Aaron Sheffer, whose car is that, man? Nice looking 95 Trans Am, 665 cubic inches under the hood. Sheffer, the number 11 qualified machine. Rolls in, says, hey, I can run 750. 68 White comes down first for Brown. Down there, oh, Shep, what happened? Man, oh man, Shep took a nap on the starting line is what happened. So does Sweater for his grandmother. Brown takes the win, 774, 176. Aaron Shepard goes back to some of that venison beef over with Eric. Love this kid over here. Man, I'm going to tell you what, out of Dundee, Wisconsin. 97 Monte Carlo races in Top Sportsman and IHRing. That's Dave Dins. Dave Dins and the Dins family. We just seen them on film just a minute ago. And he gets the win here on a broken by run. Dins comes back 747, 182.
Well, as you read that name, Arnie the Farmer Beswick, that's certainly a name that's synonymous with drag racing. I mean, a guy that's been around since really the inception of drag racing. I know you from match racing, of course, just countless times with Dino Don Nicholson. We've seen you in pretty much everything you could possibly drag race or race down one of these tracks, and you're noted for backing up at the warp of speed. I mean, you've done it all, and you're still out here, and probably the most impressive part about your lengthy career is the fact that you've done it by yourself, and you still, to this day, like you did in the 60s, come to a racetrack and will literally get some kids to help you out and go racing throughout the day. It's unbelievable, and you're still doing this. You still love it, Arnie.
I love it. I really love it. I love the people that's involved with racing. I love just any aspect about motors, about cars. It's a sport that I eat and breathe.
You've just made countless people happy by giving them an opportunity to come in and have a chance of working hands-on.
Yes, I do, because I normally don't have a full-time 8 or 10 pit crew people, so I have to rely on friends. When I'm in certain areas, I call on people I know in that area. When I'm in other areas, or if I'm in my local area, then I usually luck out and I have a lot of people that's available to help me. But when I go down the road, it gets a little lean at times.
Now, something, and we're getting a lot of younger viewers. I mean, let's face it, a lot of people might not be familiar with the name or with the car, and that's exactly why we're doing this. But just for us a little bit of history, where did the name Tameless Tiger come from?
Well, it was a name that one of the track operators put on me back in the 60s. I had a car that I painted up in tiger stripes because of the theme that Pontiac used with their GTOs. Well, the car did a lot of winning, and the fact that it did a lot of winning, the tameless factor come into the picture. And because at the time I was calling the car El Tigre or something like that, I forget, or the Tiger. And then this tameless thing come about from some of the track announcers, so that kind of attached itself to me, and before you knew it, I just went ahead and painted it on the car. It's been on ever since.
Now, there's a favorite Arnie the Farmer Beswick story of mine, that, and if you know Arnie at all, and he's the friendliest guy in the world, if he's ever seen him at a track, by all means walk up, shake his hand, get an autograph. He's a true legend here in the sport. But my favorite story of all was a match race at a state fair. Now, we don't have a whole lot of time here, Arnie, but I'd love for you to tell that story briefly if you could tell everybody about it.
Well, some people thought I ought to race a horse, being I was involved with farming, and one of the champion quarter horses that was real fast, they thought that would be the one to put me against. And we did. We did it in front of a state fair crowd, in front of their amphitheater, and there, Lord knows how many thousands of people there, but they had a heck of a time holding the horse once I started the car, but they finally got it settled down. We the flag, threw the flag, and the horse took off. He jumped out ahead of me because I was on dirt, so you can imagine what a race car do on dirt. It took me a little while to catch him, but once I caught him, I did go by him, but that poor devil that was riding that horse took 2 laps to get him shut down because he was so scared after I went by him. It was pretty bad.
Just one of the many stories that this man has lived, not created or made up, and that's why we love him here in the sport of drag racing. Arnie, it's a real pleasure seeing you here. It was a real surprise to see you here. I'm glad you're doing well, and I'm glad you're still part of this sport.
I thank you very much, and I thank you for the invite for this interview. We just got back from Kansas, so I'm a little bit tired. We got back about 7 o'clock this morning and made it out of the track.
You know, and just for the record, would you tell us how old you are?
Sure do well. I'm 72 years old.
72 years old and kicking as well as anybody out here. Amazing. Arnie the Farmer Beswick.